for the serious gamer.
What's going on, Next Gen Tactics? As many of you know, there's a little something called the Agency. It's Call of Duty. I think it's pretty much Modern Warfare 2 at this point. It's a clan. It's pistols only. It's a style of play. It's a way of life. Most of you guys know what the Agency is and what it's all about. And before, well, I guess it doesn't matter with this video because I'm not using anything but the pistol and my knife. And I don't even know if I have grenades in this game, but I'm playing MAG, and I'm playing it Agency style, which is actually a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I think the biggest reason why it's more difficult, which I'll expand more on in a little while, but the auto aim, like the aim assist, is so much different in MAG than it is in Modern Warfare 2. It just works so much differently. There's very little of it in MAG compared to in Modern Warfare 2. As you can see here, you pretty much have to be dead on with your crosshairs. The hit detection in MAG compared to in Modern Warfare 2 is different. Not like I'm not putting down Modern Warfare 2 and its hit detection. We all know that the hitboxes in Modern Warfare 2 are just extremely big. The hit detection in MAG is actually probably some of the best hit detection that I've seen in a shooter. And I mean, I'm not like, you know, the most seasoned like shooter veteran, or, you know, I've played plenty of shooter games where the hit detection in MAG is really good. It works a little differently than in games like Modern Warfare 2, but it's really good. As I totally whiff on that knife, but so you know that if you're gonna hit somebody with a pistol, you got to be pointing it at them, otherwise you're not going to get the kill, you're not going to get the hit even. One thing about MAG, though, is the pistols, as of one of the patches from back in the day, maybe in 1.06, maybe 1.05, I don't know exactly, but the pistols got a slight buff in that their rate of fire got upped and their damage got upped just a little bit, where a well-placed pistol shot to the head is going to be a one-hit kill. So if you get a headshot with a pistol, it's pretty much a one-hit kill. I don't demonstrate that all that much in this gameplay. In fact, I demonstrate it fairly poorly. I end up doing decently this game, but not nearly what I would have done if I were actually using my machine gun and going all out like I normally. This is a game of Sabotage. I honestly haven't tried going Agency style in Domination or Acquisition or Interdiction yet. Interdiction, there's no way that it would work. It's just the map's way too big. It wouldn't work. Sabotage is probably the only mode where you can be really successful with it, unless you're like really stupidly good at the game. If you're like much better than I am at the game, then you might be able to pull the Agency style playoff in something like Domination. But for me, Sabotage is where I stick to playing if I want to try going Agency style. Suppression will probably work well too, just being that it's basically a team deathmatch. But it's probably actually, if you want to make yourself look really good and you make MAG videos, go ahead and do Agency style and Suppression, because you probably do a lot better than you will in any other mode, because Suppression is basically the training mode, the noob mode. It's not like noob. I don't mean noob in a. Oh, look at the freaking knife around. Oh, he shot me around the corner. All right, never mind. I was gonna say I saw that knife animation and died way too early for it, but I guess he killed me with the machine gun. But Suppression is meant for noobs. It's meant for people who are new to the game. It's meant for people to try out loadouts, to get used to the game, to get used to the shooting, get used to playing before they jump in modes with objectives and whatnot. So if you just want to unleash hell on some noobs and make yourself look awesome, go for Suppression to do Agency style. But Sabotage is where I stick to, like I said, if I'm doing Agency style. And the same tactics, the same tips apply when you're playing any other game Agency style. You really just have to be aware of the best way to get close to an enemy, to kill him with such a short-range weapon, I don't want to say less powerful weapon, but a pistol, obviously. I mean, like I said, if you get a headshot, a well-placed headshot with the pistol, you're gonna get a one-hit kill. But the range that you can accurately get a headshot with the pistol is nowhere near what you can do with an assault rifle or even a machine gun. I mean, I don't think I do it much in... No, here's some hip firing right now. it's fairly, like I said, it's accurate up close. Hip firing up close, no problem. You can totally do it, get away with it. You can even get some pretty good kills with it doing it that way. But anywhere from even like short, medium, like medium short, like not quite short but not quite medium range, like this range about here demonstrates it fairly well. That's about the longest range you get with a pistol accurately. And even that is kind of questionable as to the accuracy. It's not very accurate. So really, when you're playing agency style in MAG, when you're trying to use a pistol only, and actually the reason I don't think I use any grenades in this is because I believe I'm using the sensor jammer and the motion sensor. And what that does, if I haven't gone over it in a MAG video already, is the sensor jammer basically blocks radar, so you don't show up on radar based on movement. You will when you shoot. There's no way to avoid that except for a suppressor on your weapon. I'm not using a suppressed pistol because it's not really worth it in my opinion. Usually what it takes to get a suppressed pistol, I have to give up something in either the loadout credit or in skill points, so I just don't bother with it. And in a game like this, where you're with your team mostly, you're kind of screwing around. It's not really all that necessary. I guess I died there. I don't know what happened. But, so basically, if you've seen any of my videos before, you can really apply most of the same tactics that you would normally apply for the shotgun to the pistol, being just the range of the weapon and how close you need to get to somebody to kill them, and how you want to go about trying to get yourself in pistol range to the enemy. Another thing which is huge in this game that will really help you out if you're playing pistol only is the knife. You really want to make sure you have your knife skills upgraded. You really want to make sure that you have your knife reach, your knife speed. I think those were the only two knife upgrades in the retail version. The beta, however, will have a few different, or the beta has a few different knife upgrades, which will actually be being implemented in MAG patch 2.0 whenever Zipper is finished up with the beta. Whenever that goes live, then you'll have some different options as far as your knife go. So I'll touch on that. Hopefully I'll touch on that. Hopefully the patch goes well, and hopefully more people come to the game, and hopefully the game, it works better once that patch comes out. If that's the case, if it does, then I'll be all over getting you some more agency style MAG videos. But in the meantime, this is probably all I can do for you. The lag is getting bad enough in MAG where there's no way to even bother going agency style at this point. And the reason for that lag, I do believe, is because of the beta. Just the fact that they're using servers for the beta, taking them away from the retail game. I noticed significantly less lag on weekends when the beta is not running. There's significantly more lag during weekdays during the beta sessions. Once that beta goes, once 11 p.m. my time hits, Eastern time, and that beta goes offline, the lag is drastically reduced in MAG. It's noticeable. I mean, it's noticeable that the beta causes that much lag, and it's just the server architecture. It's the way they're using servers for the beta versus for the retail game. So, once that patch comes out, I really, really hope all will be well with the game and things will be fixed and work better. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But like I said. So anyway, the motion sensor and the sensor jammer. So the sensor jammer blocks enemy radar as far as movement speed. It blocks motion sensors. It's actually glitched right now in the retail game where it blocks radar entirely aside from shooting, like I said. So normally without the sensor jammer, you would have to have improved stealth in order to stay hidden on radar while sprinting, because in MAG, if you sprint and you don't have any abilities, any skills spent, and the enemy doesn't have, have a motion sensor or whatever, if you are walking normally with no abilities and the enemy does not have a motion sensor, you'll show up or you won't show up. If the enemy has a motion sensor, you'll show up if you're regularly walking, as well as if you're sprinting. If they don't have a motion sensor and you don't have any abilities, if you sprint, they will see you on radar if they're close enough. And at first, I didn't like that about the game, but actually, it's an interesting. It adds an interesting element to the game, which is actually also an element that is interesting for playing with a pistol only. So you have to know what your abilities you have, and you have to take every precaution you can. So I always have improved stealth. I always use the sensor jammer, and the very least, I use a sensor jammer. Now, the motion sensor allows you to see enemies on your mini-map as a red dot if they don't have a sensor jammer and if they don't have increased stealth. So if they do have increased stealth but not a sensor jammer, they will only show up when they sprint on your radar. So it's still helpful to have with the with the advent of the sensor jammer blocking the motion sensor. The motion sensor isn't quite as useful as it was, back in the beginning, the first little while of MAG, first few months. It's still extremely useful because there are plenty of people who are either vetting and don't have the points yet, or who are new to the game, who are certainly easily seen on the motion sensor minimap. So the motion sensor and the sensor jammer are pretty much just something you want to have if you're going to play this way, because they're key in helping you to get close to people without being detected, as well as detecting enemies who are around you, so that you can get the drop on them, since you have such a disadvantage with the weapon you're using. Because as we all know in MAG, spraying and praying is something that is just part of the game. It's something that people do. It's tough to counter. As far as if you're using a pistol, it'd be tough to counter. The best way to counter it would just be to be aware of what enemies are near you, what enemies are, whether or not they can see you on your radar. So if you're shooting, that they can see you on their radar. You want to be aware of that. And at the same time, do I get this guy? So yeah, there was a sniper up here being cute, and I thought I could be cute and go kill him, but apparently I failed, because that must not have been a headshot. And he goes and hides. Almost eat a claymore there, or I eat the claymore, but it doesn't kill me. So, and I see him. It's like playing. It's always fun to play hide and go seek with some snipers, especially ones that are too cowardly to really face you like a man. They have to hide out here, hide up in the up in the objective buildings. And oh, we're getting some teabag. He's not even a sniper. He's got an AK-74. That's funny. I don't even know what he's doing up there. But I'll leave you guys with this. It's kind of embarrassing. Oh no. Oh, what a fail. But anyway, we lost because we could hold our objective. We held it for a good part of the game. Unfortunately, the other two squads in our platoon could not do the same. That's just part of the game, guys. If you're holding your crap and the other team can't hold their own stuff, you're not going to win, and that's just kind of a fact of life. That's a fact of the game. Can't let yourself get too frustrated about it. But I mean, 30-16 going pistol only. It's not too bad, man. Then again, I guarantee you that most of my kills came from the knife versus the pistol. But anyway, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed my MAG agency style sabotage, and I hope the video provided some insight into how to effectively go about using just a pistol in MAG. And that's it. Thanks a lot, guys. Later.